Hello everyone, it is Mike here and welcome to another Royal Rumble. It's going to be random, but we've already had these people in before. How did I pick them? I went through pages randomly and just chose one person off the page. But we're kicking things off with the Shredder. The Shredder is in the house. Sometimes I pick two people off the same page, but I searched some Marvel, I searched some cartoons, I just did a little bit of everything, okay? And, yeah. So I hope you guys enjoy it. And these random rumbles usually do well because you have a lot more opportunities with the thumbnails on these random rumbles. You can just put different people from walks of life on the thumbnail. And we're going to see who number 2 is. So, number 2. Who's that going to be? It is going to be Shaggy Rogers. Shaggy Rogers coming in at number 2. So, I don't know if Lucas made both of these guys. I know he made Shaggy. I'm not for sure about Shredder. But, I mean, Shredder's technically a cartoon. So, he makes a lot of cartoons. You're going to see a lot of different people in this. It's just a video to do. So, yeah. And here we go. Shredder versus Shaggy. Shaggy should just definitely start running. Okay? Yeah. Yoinks. Yeah, definitely. He is in big trouble. But anyway, why I put this together is because I just wanted to do a Rumble. And now it's getting harder to find new people. That's going to be a lot harder as the year goes along because people are going to stop making as many people because, think about it. If you got a couple months, we're not a couple months at the time I'm doing this, but if you're like a few months away, what's the point in even making a creation if you're going to buy 2K26? And Shredder's already been eliminated. I can't believe Shaggy got rid of Shredder that quickly, but we got Logan in the house. So yeah, I expect less people to create. You're going to still have Knowledge, you're going to still have Lucas, and a couple people still creating, but I'm expecting less creations coming in because of 2K26. And then there's a bunch of people, a lot of people don't realize this, there's a bunch of people that will go and buy last year's game. That's what they do every year. I've noticed that as a trend because sometimes videos from last year will all of a sudden get a bunch of views, and I'm wondering why, because they came out last year. Well, sometimes people buy them a year beforehand. So like when 2K26 comes out, they'll probably get like 2K25 around the Christmas season. Or they'll wait till Black Friday where it's $30 off. Not exactly a year behind, but they'll get it when it's discounted, I've noticed. And we got my favorite, the Panda. The Panda is number 5. And yeah, I love the Panda. So we got PC Principal. This is not Harassment Panda. This is just a regular Panda that I love to use. It's one of my favorite creations this year. And at the time I'm doing this, and I don't like giving a bunch of updates because sometimes you won't see these. Like we did a horror Rumble that was supposed to come out before Halloween, and it came out right on Halloween. So I'm going to try to get and I had to put it out because it even make less sense in November or December. But at the time I'm doing this, I'm drafting out a WTF episode. The Panda's definitely going to be in it, most likely. We got Doctor Strange here, so we do have some Marvel characters in this. I really wanted to switch things up with this Rumble and just put a little bit of everybody in to make it fresh. Even though you've seen these people before, you probably haven't seen them all together. And number 7 is Sting. So there you go. I haven't used Sting a lot this year. So I think I used him for the AEW Rumble. This is like an older version of Sting. I think he was with WCW. I was like 3 or something back then. So you can't say that, you can't say, oh, you should know that. Well, not necessarily. I came around the Ruthless Aggression. I got introduced to wrestling a little bit late on in life compared to other people that used to watch it when they were 5. Number 8 is Thor. We got Thor here. So far only Shredder has been eliminated by Shaggy, which was a shocker. But we got Thor in the house. And Shaggy may be next. I mean, Logan's going to be tough to try to escape. And Shaggy has been eliminated. So number 1 and number 2 were cut off really easy in this. First 2 eliminated. And number 9 is Ivan Ooze. Why not? We're going to have Ivan Ooze in here. And there goes Logan. So I believe he was like number 3. So 1, 2, 3. I hope they don't go out in that order. But that means PC Principal, I think, is going to be next. Which could be a possibility because he is one of the weaker overalls in this Rumble. So I don't like what they've done with the PC Principal. I know South Park attacks both sides, but I like the PC Principal better when he was like the politically correct principal. But I really haven't watched a lot of the later seasons. I watched some of South Park and I kind of cut it off at like season 6, and I'm gonna pick it back up. It's just when. At the time I'm doing this, it's in November, I'm doing this video, and I've already watched the 31 horror movies for Halloween, so now I can get more focused on the channel, and more focused on other stuff. Of course, we're going to have the holidays coming, some people have been asking about a Christmas Rumble. I'll look into it. Last year it was hard to pull it off, but I definitely need to be looking into it. But the problem is, I want to do videos ahead of time, but that's far ahead of time. So, yeah. And Panda trying to drop on the PC Principal. And Invincible going after Ivan Ooze. And number 11 is the guy from One Piece, Pirate. The pirate from One Piece. I have never seen One Piece, but I think we got a couple anime characters in this. So, yeah, make sure you enjoy that, because we may have another anime Rumble. That's a possibility, but I'm going to have to look. I don't know, because we've already had, like, the main characters. It would have to be side characters of anime, which wouldn't be as fun, because we've already had a lot of the main guys. And number 12 is V from Vendetta. We don't use him a lot anymore. We used to use him all the time. We don't use him a lot anymore. I don't know. I need to watch that movie again. That needs to be on my to-do list also. I did finally watch Highlander. I watched that last night, actually. So, I know we had a Rumble with a villain in it. But I loved it. I thought it was awesome. You know, it's definitely a man's movie. You know, I have like certain movies that you should have to watch to call yourself a man. It sounds horrible to say, but Bloodsport, John Wick, Die Hard. I think Highlander's going to go in that list, and the First Blood, and probably Rocky IV. Those are men movies. So there's you could probably throw in some other ones. Kickboxer is really good. What else? There's probably some other ones I'm not thinking of right off the top. But yeah, I love those movies. I love those movies. Bloodsport's not even a good movie, but I love it. It's got some ridiculous acting in it, but it's still a lot of fun. And there goes, can't see him. Got cut off. But anyway, Panda going after Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange and the Panda are battling. And Panda eliminates Doctor Strange. It's so funny. I will set up a Rumble. I put 30 people in the Rumble. I won't even remember some of the people I put in half the time. It's like, I was like, oh, okay. I'll remember some of them, like if they really stand out. Like I knew Ivan Ooze was in here because, I mean, he's purple. He stands out. I mean, he's a and we lost Strange, but Panda going after Invincible, and Panda coming through. And we have PC Principle still in. So, wow. So Panda is doing a pretty good job here. We'll watch out for him. That mysterious Panda, I'm telling you, I definitely want him on the WTF roster. So we've lost Invincible. PC Principle's hanging in there. And number 13 is Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption 2. And I'm telling you, I use a little screen when I do this. So, one of the biggest problems is seeing sometimes I don't see things great, but I also sit back. I have to sit far back. And this is not always comfortable doing. I need to buy like some kind of chair to do this in. Because I have to sit a little bit back because I don't want to be too close to the screen. And number 14, and I got like a wire here that and we got Twerking Frankenstein's back. Oh, great. You guys got to eliminate him. He thinks he's Shakira, and he's far from it. And look at the chops to the Panda. Yeah, we got to get rid of Twerking Frankenstein. Whoever did that. Oh, come on, PC Principle. That was a big mistake. That was a big mistake. And number 15 is One Punch Man. I've had a little issues with him before in Rumbles. But he's gotten better over the years. And there goes the Panda. So if anybody was to do it, it's that big Pirate. And look here. Oh my goodness. Just chokeslams the PC Principle. And yeah, we got to do Rumbles like this because Rumbles like this do well. They do. Subscriber picks, Rumbles do well, I've noticed. The ones versus me does well. So people like the randomness of, they don't like themes as much. They like the horror themes, they like cartoon themes. I've noticed that, certain ones, like one of the worst Rumbles I ever did, and it ended up doing better, and it was on a pay-per-view night also. You have to think about that also sometimes, was the Game of Thrones Rumble. That one didn't do well at all. It took it forever to get to a certain amount. But I also did it on a pay-per-view night because, WWE likes to put out pay-per-views every day, basically. Which I'm getting to the point where I could care less. I'm going to just put out the video. If people want to watch their stinking pay-per-views, then go watch them. Because if you want to pay $30 for ESPN Plus, go ahead. That was the dumbest decision on planet Earth. The dumbest decision in business, I think, ever. Well, probably not ever, but come on. Like, you have Peacock. Peacock has been on fire. And I ended up, what I did was, I canceled Peacock. But they reeled me back in because they said, Mike, you're not going to have to pay $11 until April, whatever date. We're going to charge you $3 a month. I was like, okay, you got me. I'll keep Peacock, but I'm canceling in April unless you provide me with stuff. And then they're talking about having deals with Peacock's having deals, Paramount Plus is making deals. I don't know how it's going to shift. Right now, the weakest one is, well, I think it's Paramount Plus at the time I'm doing this video, but they're about to make a deal. So they might be one of the strongest ones. And I hate this rights stuff. It's just, like, I just want to keep a streamer and stay with that streamer. I don't want to goof around, but I think right now, HBO Max is definitely the best one. At the time I'm doing this video, they're probably going to change a lot of stuff. But Peacock was really good, and then they got rid of WWE, and then I've heard that Paramount is going to pick up UFC. So, yeah. I mean, if they do that, Paramount will be back in it. So I think they're going to do that in 2026, I believe. And Frankenstein and Ivan Ooze are battling here. And look at Ivan. Oh, man, sweeping Frankenstein. Frankenstein pushing him off. And One Punch Man's in trouble. The PC Principal going after him. And wow, PC Principal's doing good. He's still in it. He's outlasted the Panda. I'm shocked. He doesn't have a good overall. If they're 80 or above, I don't change him. He's an 80. So compared to some of these guys who are 100 overalls, he's going up against. He's doing a pretty good job. So does this Pirate. And number 18 is Link. Got Link at 18. I don't know if we've had him this year. He might be new. But, I know we've had him on past games, but really haven't paid attention if we've had him or not. Maybe I need to do a Nintendo Rumble. Huh. That's an idea. Definitely going to look into that one. That one would do good. And Tony Hawk was here. I just noticed him. Well, he was here. I mean, he's gone now. That's a knowledge creation there. And the mask is here, which throughout the years, it wasn't until last year, we've had so many issues picking up the mask. We've had so many issues with him. He's always a problem. So it's good to have him back. There's been certain years where, we couldn't get the DLC or didn't have the unlockables, and he was such a hassle getting. And people want him on here, but even though it's, they should have did more with the mask. I know after the Son of the Mask, nobody wanted to talk about the mask anymore, but they should have did more with the mask. I mean, that, maybe they could bring it back. Jim's getting kind of older now, but, he could still do the role. And we lost Ivan Ooze. And number 20 is Kane. Wow, we got old school Kane here. He might be on the game. I don't know why I put him in here, but he might be. I love this version of Kane. At one point it was my favorite wrestler of all time, and then they made Kane team up with Daniel Bryan, made him comedy relief. It's totally horrible. Once Kane lost his mask, I liked him as, bald Kane. But once he put back on a mask, I didn't like that mask. I didn't like the newer version when he, brought back the long hair and stuff. That's when I liked Kane less. Now he's the mayor of Knox County. That's what he is now. And Keaton Leonidas is here from 300. That's a man's movie. That's another man's movie. So there you go. I'm gonna make a list of man's movies that you need to watch to become a better man. That sounds ridiculous. It is, but it's funny. And the Mask going after Kane here. We got Rocky Balboa in the house. Look at Rocky throwing in some punches. Yeah, I'm doing a couple Rumbles today. I'm pretty excited for it. We got a good recording day here. I only use one day at a time to do certain and we got Bugs Bunny at 23. So Bugs Bunny coming in at 23. And, oh, well, Mask just punched him right in the ribs. And that's a Lucas creation there, Bugs Bunny. And Darth Vader is awesome. I love it when people make Darth Vader. He is so awesome in Rumbles. And we got a lot of great characters here. Rocky, Mask, got a lot of movie characters in this Rumble. Because, I did search movie. That's one of the hashtags I use. I use cartoons. I use horror. I use Marvel, DC. Use a little bit of everything. We got Bison here from Street Fighter. Frankenstein's still in it. I guess we lost. I think we lost. Yeah, we lost PC Principle finally. But Twerking Frankenstein is our next issue. He hasn't been twerking here recently. I haven't noticed it. And he needs to keep it that way because, twerking's only for certain people. Only certain people are allowed to twerk, okay? And you don't need to be thinking you're in the Hips Don't Lie video because you're not. That video must be studied. And you will not duplicate that video, Frankenstein. You will not. And, yeah, we're going to just continue this thing on and see where it goes from here. Yeah, 2026, we're going to have some games coming out. Probably 2K26, of course. Hopefully they can get it right this time. I think this is creation-wise, this game's good. But I think this is one of the, probably the worst one since, I don't know. Looking at it now, the mechanics of it, I think 24 and 25 are not as good as 22 and 23. But 20, you can't get worse than 20. I mean, it's like 20 is like, 2K25 is like eating pork chops every day. Pork chops are okay, but, you don't want to eat them every day. 2K20 was like the bread line, okay? It was like literally the bread line. The fact that this channel survived 2K20 is just a miracle. It really is. I had to go through hell and back on 2K20. That was the worst game ever. It's like 15 was bad too. Because 15 really messed up the Rumbles. And the Rumbles didn't even work on 20. And thank goodness that the servers on 19 were kept up. However, I will say this. I've been locked out of one of my 2K19 accounts. For the Microsoft account. And I don't know if I could get it back or not at the time I'm doing this. But, so yeah, I don't know how many more 2K19 Rumbles we have left in us. But, oh man, I wish they would bring those servers back. And sometimes I wish, like on 24, I wish they would have did like a 2K14 10-year anniversary because that was a really good game. But I don't think we'll get an anniversary game in wrestling. I really don't. At least not a 2K one. 2K19 was great. 2K16 was great. And 2K14. Those three are the real standouts. And I always say 2K17 and 18 and 2K22 and 23. They're like tied games. They're really like the same game, I feel like. On those two. But if it's like it has been, then 2K26 will be definitely. I hope it's like 2K16, But yeah, I'm not getting my hopes up. And we have this guy. He's from an anime. He was one of the most downloaded people this year. When you search like cartoons and stuff like that. I know anime's they don't count as a cartoon, but some people do. Oh, wow. He just got in and left. And Rocky Balboa eliminated by Darth Vader. So, I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but my mom's cooking in the background, and it's tilapia. I'm gonna have some really good food today. So I'm excited for that. So if you hear it, too bad. Okay? But anyway, Ryuk is here. I love tilapia, salmon, catfish. I'm gonna try to make you all hungry. The one meat that I never did like, the one meat that I cannot stand, and it's not pork chops. I know I brought that up earlier. I actually like pork chops. Meatloaf. I hate meatloaf. I absolutely hate it. It is the worst thing ever. It really is. And they put stuff in it all the time to make it worse. And I don't like the stuff on top. I think it really kills the food on it. But yeah, that's my favorite, of course, is steak. I mean, you can't go wrong with steak. Looks like we got Chip Hazard here. Going after Kane. Steak is my favorite. Salmon's probably my second if I had to choose on meats. And then I'm trying to think of all the rest. I mean, well, chicken's good. I'd probably put chicken in. It depends on the chicken. But salmon would probably be second when it comes to meats. And 29 is Goldar. Oh, man. So there's two different Goldars that I use. This is the one with the crown, which is pretty epic. I really like this one. I think this one has two attires. So you have the crown one and the horns also. But Goldar is an awesome character. I mean, he's a very iconic Power Rangers villain. And number 30 is Eddie from Iron Maiden. So, the mascot of Iron Maiden, made by Knowledge. I love this creation. Hopefully Knowledge comes back in 2K26 and continues greatness. Because him and Lucas, killing it. I mean, they're achieving. I love this phrase that I use. I use it all the time, but I usually don't use it on the channel. They're achieving greatness at the highest level. I love saying that. I love saying that. I don't usually say it on the channel, but it's one of my favorite phrases to use. Is I'm achieving greatness at the highest level. It's like an arrogant phrase, but yeah, you can't shortchange them. They did a really good job this year with creations, and so did these other people. I mean, the guy that made the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger wrestlers, which we had a couple in here. I use villains in this, but yeah, he achieved greatness at the highest level too this year. But yeah, I love saying that phrase, and I feel like I know a lot of people haven't been showing up as much on the live chats. On certain Rumbles, it just depends. But I think we're doing better than we did in 2K24. I really am. I really do. Like, there's certain videos that aren't doing as well, that did well on 2K24, but Rumble-wise, I think I've done a couple things to make things better. I've done more random Rumbles, which people seem to want more. I've also done thumbnails with 4 people instead of 2. Which I think, I have no evidence of this, but I think when you put 4 people in a thumbnail, it will do better than putting 2 people in a thumbnail. I've noticed that. And that's because, like, say that I put Spider-Man and who else? Batman in the thumbnail. Just those 2. And people that are interested in Marvel and DC, they'll say, oh, I want to click on that. They'll click on that. But let's say I put Batman, Spider-Man, Jason Voorhees, and Kendrick Lamar on the 4 thumbnails. Then you have 2 other genres that people are interested in. So people that like rap music may click on it. People that like, Jason movies may click on it. And some of these things intertwine, too. So, usually the Rumbles that don't do as well as, well, of course, the Game of Thrones Rumble and Athlete Rumble varies. It depends on what athletes you put in. And I've thought about doing certain, like, soccer Rumbles, and I don't know. I don't know about that, but I don't know. You guys can tell me. Make sure you put it on the comment section, because sometimes when I watch the live chat, I actually mute myself. It's something I do because sometimes I'm watching other stuff while I'm watching the live chat. And but you all can tell me in the comment section, should I put more than 4 people in? Because the fear that I have, and I've done it before. I used to put like 6, and sometimes they do really well. But I also don't want to give the Rumble away either. So I don't want to tell you everybody that's going to be in the Rumble. Especially on the new random ones. But the old random ones doesn't matter as much. But some people don't like when, I was doing live streams and we would do a 20-man Rumble and they would see the first 8. But you're not seeing the order on the thumbnail. So it kind of goes, I don't know exactly how I should do it next year. Maybe I should add 6 people to the thumbnail, and you only have a certain amount of space. And the pictures you got to really watch out for, because how you do the pictures really matters. Because you can make an image look bad. Trust me, I've done it a bunch of times. But sometimes you can make the thumbnails look gold. And I think the thumbnails do play a big role. So we're down to number 29 and number 30. Worst case scenario here. And Goldar going after Eddie. So it's Goldar versus Eddie in our final 2. Which I don't know how big Eddie's supposed to be. But I like his size in this Rumble. I really do. He's matched up with Goldar pretty well. But I don't know if he can take down Goldar. But he's doing a pretty good job so far. But he was number 30. So Goldar battling Eddie here. It's been a great Rumble, a good cast here. We really haven't had a lot of standouts. The PC Principal had a great performance, I thought, for, being low overall, the size that he is. I mean, he lasted a little while. But really no standouts, and it really stinks to see 29 versus 30. You never want to see that. That's like the worst case scenario. The only thing that would be worse is if it was somebody we didn't like. At least I like these. What in the world's that? Chops. Some pork chops there. Oh my goodness. And Eddie. The chops may do it. Yep. So Goldar wins. So congratulations to Goldar. There's no way he's going to WrestleMania. Number 29. Come on. But Goldar, this is an awesome creation, though. It really is. Goldar should have looked more menacing in the original series. I mean, he was menacing, but he should look like this. This looks terrifying. This creation looks terrifying. And I love it. But I hope you guys enjoyed the Rumble. It was a really good Rumble overall, but, I hate to see 29 versus 30, but it is what it is. Goldar, you are not going to WrestleMania. You're not. He knew better. He didn't point at the sign, at least. But I hope you guys enjoyed this Rumble, and make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit that like button if you haven't yet. I need all the help I can get. We're slowly just gaining subs, like maybe 30 a month. I mean, it's harder now. It just is. But still, I'd rather gain them than lose them. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you all later. Thank you all for dropping by. See ya.